Thanks for clicking on the Travel is Real channel. Enjoy this episode highlight and remember to like and do work on that subscribe button. Up next, Emma describes the situation that made her think twice about traveling alone at night in a foreign country. It's something else. An experience?
Yeah. So this is, I mean, the weird thing is that, so this island, it was, I don't even know what the population was, but everyone knew everyone on this island. And even they knew who I was because I was just the random backpacker that was there. Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing about this situation that I'll explain about was that no one even knew who this person was. So anyways, so the girl that I mentioned before, one of the interns, Netta, she was 18, I think, and I was 22 at the time. So not a big age difference, but when I was 18 versus 22, I was in a totally different mindset.
Oh, yeah.
And so anyways, so Netta, she needed to find a new place to live because originally we had been living at the hostel that was connected to the dive shop.
Oh, yeah.
And it just was like too much living there. Just hostels are party zone and we were busting our asses all day long diving. Yeah. So she went on Craigslist or it's called Gumtree.
Gumtree?
Gumtree, which is the Australian version of Craigslist.
Oh, okay.
And
how did they come up with that name?
I was going to say, I have no idea how they came up with that. Anyways, one day she went to, view apartments, and she came back to the dive shop, and she goes, hey, I found a place, but, I don't think it's right for me. But, the guy was really sweet, and he's like 40 or 50, and I feel kind of bad for him because he seems really lonely, and I'm going to go to dinner tonight with him. Do you want to come?
That sounds awful. Yeah, that sounds...
He's old and lonely on an island by himself. I'm like, no. But, whatever. I'm just like, do your thing, go have fun at dinner. I'm going to go home tonight. And so at... I don't know, like 8 o'clock, 8:30, I get a text from her, and she's like, where are you? And I'm like, at my place? And she goes, come here now. And I'm like, well, where are you? And so she texts me the address, and she's like, I need your help. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so one thing, sidetrack, but a big thing that I learned when I was backpacking alone was that you're really on your own, and I've really taken for granted the support I have in a place where I have friends that I trust, I have family that I trust, I have, it's almost like this safety net that you have. But in this situation, I'm like, if something happens to me, no one will know.
Of course. I've often thought that too.
No, not a single person would know that something happened to me. And so anyways, I go to this house, and I get there, and this house is like this house on stilts. It's just totally an island house. It's got plants everywhere, just super, like it's like a shack.
Okay.
And they're sitting outside, like underneath the stilts. Like there's like this patio area or whatever, and there's no food out, so they've clearly not had any dinner yet. I'm like, what is going on? And she's sitting at the table, like, just, I can see she's just terrified. And, like, she's just, like, not even moved. She's like, hey, Emma.
Just stricken.
Just, like, sitting there, not moving. And this guy is across the table from her, and this guy looks like a clown. I'm not even kidding.
Like, how so?
Like, like the hair on the side of his head where he's, like, bald on top.
Oh, yeah.
He's just got these crazy eyes.
Is he like got the strings of hair on top sticking up?
Just like
the few that are there.
The few remaining, and Yeah, I mean, this guy, the moment I saw him, I'm like, this guy, something's off with him.
Something's up
Something's
with this.
definitely off. But like something that I learned when I was backpacking or just living there was like, sometimes you kind of have to just pretend like you don't know something's up. Because like, I was kind of saying this earlier where I felt like I was in the presence of a serial killer.
Oh, yeah?
But I didn't want him to know that I knew he was a crazy person. So
was he acting like off? Too?
Yeah. Oh my God. He was definitely high, which, I mean, not the biggest deal, but he just was, he would look at me and like, wasn't making any sense. And I would ask him a question. I'm like, so where you guys having dinner tonight? Like, I'm kind of just trying to have a conversation. And, so anyways, the part that freaked the shit out of me was, so I had this steam burn on my hand. I worked in a kitchen as like a chef second hand to make cash on the side, just total like hustling. And I have to pay taxes or whatever because they didn't, it was just cash.
All under the table.
But, so I have this huge, massive blister on my hand.
Oh, okay, just a big old blister bubble.
Yeah. And the guy saw it and he like comes over and grabs my wrist and he pulls out a knife and he was like, let me pop it. Can I pop? Let me pop it. And he's like grabbing it. I'm like, pretending to be like this stupid innocent girl, like, oh, don't do that, I'm like, this guy has a knife out right now, is threatening to like kind of stab me, like I don't really know what he's doing,
with a big old smile on his face.
Yeah, like just psychotic. And I'm like, oh, don't do it, whatever. And so eventually I get like, let his grip go, like he lets go. And I'm like, no, I just gotta get out of here. This is like, I mean, I went there to get Netta out of there anyways.
But you're just kind of stuck there.
I'm just kind of like trying to not raise an alarm.
Yeah.
And
can I just, this is like the beginning of a horror movie. Like
yes.
like a bad horror movie. Like if I was at the theater watching this on the big screen,
yes,
I would think, oh man, this guy's gonna murder the shit out of them.
Yes, exactly.
Like I'd be like, I probably already know the plot to this. Like this is pretty just like Clockwork horror movie. Like,
yeah.
Pretty standard.
Yeah. Like remember when I said that I felt like I was
they're gonna die very
Lost?
Quickly. Yeah.
The show Lost. Mm-hmm. These are like the moments where I'm like, this is not real life. Like these experiences are actually happening to me. Like this happens to people.
But you knew that you needed to get out of there, but you were trying to just keep it so you like outside you were calm, cool, collect, but inside you're just like, oh fuck this.
Yeah, absolutely. I go to Netta. Actually, what I ended up doing was I had a couple friends on the island that were like from the island, and I texted them and I was like, call me right now. And I'm doing this all, secretively, like this guy, so he doesn't really see what I'm doing. I went to the bathroom actually and did it. And then I saw the inside of his house, and that was just fucking creepy as shit. So that's total set me off. And I'm like texting him. And so they call me and I pretend that I'm like, hey, what's up? Oh, are you okay? Wait, what? You need me? I'll be okay. Okay, I'll come. Like it's just total.
You're on fire? Oh man, I'll be there.
Like, you need me right now?
Your cat exploded? Oh, all right, I'll be there.
Yeah, like, and of course they're on the other line, like in their Aussie accent. I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this, but they're like, what the fuck is up, mate? Like, what the fuck? What? They're like, what are you saying? Like, they're just like, whatever. And I go to this guy. I'm like, hey, like, I gotta go. Like, Netta, do you want to come with me? Like, just totally making a skit out of this. And Netta's like, I mean, if you need me to come, I'll come.
Oh, I guess.
She's like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, playing it off now too. And So, and the guy, I'll never forget this. Like, we're sitting at the table, and the guy, like, he grabbed the table, and he just looks at us, and he's like, where are you going? And this is when I'm like, oh my fucking God.
This is it.
This is it.
This is
I'm
it.
like, literally, this guy is going to pull a gun on us. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. And, so then we're just trying to like stay calm, and we're like, well, we have to go. And so we started to walk out, because eventually, I mean, he was not agreeing with us leaving at all. He was not like, okay, I'll see you later. And
that's when you're like, yeah, we'll come back with like 8 more girls with us.
Yeah.
So you'll have 10.
Yeah,
so you'll
we'll
have
be
10
back
of us.
later
Yeah,
tonight,
just give
actually.
us 1 hour. But we got to go alone. See ya.
yeah, and we left the house, and we walked, and I go to Netta. I'm like, do not run, like just walk. And he followed us. He followed us out of his house, and he's like trailing behind us. And this island, the driveways are not just a short little suburbia driveway. They're like not half a mile. It's a little dramatic, but they're long.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so think of like a ranch, and you're walking down this ranch
gotcha.
road, like
Yep.
leaving, and
Just a long ass driveway.
long
Out
ass
in the
driveway.
country,
I'm like, this is the driveway of death.
Hell.
Like, this is, I'm never gonna make it off this driveway. And I turn left, and I'm like, when we turn, we're running. And the moment we just boom, like we just booked it. Like, I don't think I've ever ran so fast in my life. I didn't even look behind me. And we eventually got to a house where one of the locals lived, and we're just like hysterically crying, just like sweating, like, is this guy behind us? Like, and she's like, what is going on? And we told her about this guy, and she's been there for she's like, I've been on this island for 20 years, and I have no idea who you're talking about. And
Really?
Yeah. And we like showed her, later on we told her about the house, and no one on the island knew who it was.
It'd be really creepy if you went back there the next day and the house was gone. Thanks for watching, and remember to check out more videos from this channel. And also, don't forget to check out the whole podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. And don't forget to like and subscribe.